Hi, this is Pastor Chuck McCall with New Life Fellowship of Churches Cambodia, and this is video number 2 in a series of video to help prepare short-term teams and individuals who are coming to Cambodia to work and minister with us. In this video, I want to share with you our core values and our mission. Our core values are as stated. We are committed to a Cambodian-led church. Pastor Jesse McCall, the senior pastor of this ministry, is the senior minister, but he works together with an all-Cambodian staff. And every department is led by a Cambodian staff, and this is our senior leadership team. We're also committed to using short-term teams, visiting ministries, and foreign staff to strengthen our churches. Let me tell you a brief story. I personally brought a team over in October of 1994 to help Pastor Eric Dooley. We did children's ministry. During that time, we had a male nurse who was with us, and he gave a Bible to a young Cambodian man who wanted to learn English. We left, went back to the United States, and didn't know what happened to that little seed that Chris Connors planted. But little did we know, that Cambodian man by the name of Hang Sota, that he took the Bible, he read it, he joined a Bible study with Pastor Eric Dooley, he became a Christian, and he is now the senior leader of all of our provincial church ministry. This is the power of a short-term team. When you come over, you're going to show the love of God, you're going to speak some words of encouragement, you're going to pray for people, and you're going to sow a lot of good seed into the hearts of many, many Cambodians. And you may never know what that seed produces, but we value short-term teams and ministries coming to help add strength to what God is doing in Cambodia. Unity is our foundation for success. Let me say this, we're inviting you to come and work with us. You're on our territory, and technically we as foreigners, we are the guests of the people of Cambodia. And so it's very important for you to respect our core values and our policies, and it's very important for us as foreigners to respect the laws and the culture of Cambodia. There may be some things that you don't like. It may be personally against what you would like to do or feel that you have the freedom to do in your own home country or home city. You may not be served the way that you would like to be served, but keep in mind the same mentality that we all have. We're guests here, and we're prepared to make personal sacrifices for a season to serve a greater cause. And so unity amongst our Cambodian church, our leadership, and amongst the teams and individuals that we invite over is very, very important to us. It's a core value. We believe that every Christian has a unique shape. SHAPE stands for spiritual gifts, heart motivation, abilities, personality, and life experiences. We believe in releasing people to ministry. We believe that God's hand and gifts and ministry is on the inside of every Christian. And so you're going to see young people that are new believers. You're going to see old people. You're going to see everybody getting involved. And we want to release you to your ministry in Cambodia as well. And believe that the Holy Spirit is going to release the spiritual gifts and your life experiences through your personality and your abilities while you're here. We're also a disciple-making church. And that is that we believe not in just preaching the gospel or giving a message, having people raise their hand, quietly pray a prayer, and then dropping them like a cold fish or a hot potato. Is that we want to bring those people in and help them to really know Jesus and help them to grow in their faith, and that happens in small groups. So I want to encourage you when it comes to you praying with the Cambodia that you think you're leading to the Lord, remember that step that you make there is just the first step. And it's absolutely essential for you to connect that Cambodian to another Cambodian. Because you're going to be in and out, but Cambodians and many of us foreigners, we're going to be here for a long, long time, maybe forever. So please, don't just strike out on your own and pray with someone to receive Christ. They may or may not have actually received Christ, and we'll talk about that later. But be sure that you connect anybody who you're building a relationship with to a Cambodian disciple or a Cambodian leader so that they can be discipled themselves. We're a church planting church. we came here with the plan of starting a church in Phnom Penh that would plant multiple churches. And when you get here, we're going to show you a map, and you're going to see little dots spread all over the country where we have 4th and 5th generation churches that are continuing to plant churches. In fact, word has it out on the streets that we're one of the few remaining churches that are church movements that are aggressively planting churches in Cambodia. We're committed to self-supporting churches. Cambodia is a very impoverished country. I just read in the newspaper the other day that rice farmers are still making less than $1 per day. And so what you see in Phnom Penh is not the real Cambodia. That 90% or more of Cambodia is living at subsistence level. And so it takes some money from the beginning. It takes some money from outside. Cambodia has been supported by outside nations for many years already. But the goal is to create self-supporting churches. And that's why we started the healthcare ministry, and that's why we've started the children at risk, and that's why we've started the micro-enterprise and small businesses. And we're seeing it happen. We're seeing our provincial churches starting to support themselves and starting to pay for their own programs and their own ministries. We teach them faith and we teach them giving. But in the meantime, we still do need finances coming in from outside to get a kickstart on things. And we're committed to moral and financial integrity. If you want to give an offering to your guide, or if you want to give an offering to your host or to someone, please, we recommend go to our accounting office and give the money to the person in accounting, and they will give you a receipt for it, and they will ensure that that money gets to the right person and is used. Sometimes you might be out in a village and you're touched by a need, and you want to give some money to a pastor for a building project or for a well or for a poor person that you might see. If it's money of any significance, please do that through your team leader and do that through a Cambodian leader, because we want to make sure that your money is used for the purposes that you intend for it to be used for. And so these are 8 of our core values. Our mission statement is from the beginning was to plant a life-giving church in Phnom Penh that would be the pattern for multiple churches planted in every province with the same foundation and the same philosophy. Our churches are independent churches, but we're of a network. We're of the same philosophy. We're not cookie cutter all throughout the nation, but we have the same foundation and we have the same philosophy. And our goal is to penetrate Cambodian society and bring transformation. The way that you do that is by influencing 7 areas of society. You've got to influence religion, you've got to influence business, you've got to influence education, you've got to influence social relationships, you've got to influence media, you've got to influence entertainment and the arts, and you've got to influence government. And so our mission statement is to plant a life-giving church that changes people's lives, that influences these 7 areas of society in Phnom Penh, and then plant churches in every province in Cambodia, and eventually send Cambodians as missionaries into other nations. So these are our core values, and these are our mission statement, and we look forward to you working together with us to see this come to pass.